Assalamualaikum and hi. So we present about chapter 5, processing mail. We are group 3 from class KBA 1181B. So I want to introduce my group member. My own first, Anis Wahida. Second, Khalif Amishar. Third, Muhammad Muhaimin. And last, Sarah Sazdi. So we're going to present about outgoing mail processing. Okay, the next slide will start present by Khalif Amishar.
Thanks to Anis. Now we're going to check out how to prepare outgoing mail. In a small company, you may be responsible for processing all the outgoing mail as well as handling other office tasks. Meanwhile, in a large company, the extent of mail handling duties will be determined by company policy and the worker's specific job. Other than that, large company, this step may be divided between mailroom workers and workers in other departments. A postal carrier may come to the office in the morning, and an office worker may take outgoing mail to post office. You should know the scheduled time for pickup so you can have the mail ready on time. Mailing. What is handling volume mailing? A volume mailing involves sending the same item to many people at the same time. For example, a marketing research company may send a question to all residents in a city asking about a product. Companies doing volume mailing may qualify for reduced postage rates. To qualify for reduced postage rates, mailing must be prepared according to current postal service, mailing rules, and standard. Okay, now let's talk about automated handling. This equipment includes optical character readers and barcode sorter. An optical reader, or known as OCR, is an electronic device that quickly scan or read the address on an envelope. So it's easy to send the envelope to the places that's meant to go. Not all postal centers are equipped with OCR equipment and barcode sorter. Use care for preparing mail and avoid this problem that may slow delivery of the mail. For example, like the address is handwritten, the address is not printed in the proper format, the envelope is too small or too large for OCR equipment to handle. To avoid this problem, use standard size envelope. The address is not within the OCR read area. Okay, this is the example of barcode clear zone. In the top left is the return address area. On the top right is a postage area. In the middle of the envelope is OCR read area. And the bottom right is the barcode clear zone. All delivery address should be placed on the envelope within the OCR read area. Okay, lastly, mail list. Many companies use computer-generated mailing lists. Some of the advantages of using computer-generated mailing lists include the ability to quickly retrieve, change or delete the address, easily avoid duplicate addresses, select address from a master list to create a smaller list, print letter address and salutation on a form letter as well as address labels. Now, I will pass you to my group partner, Sarah.
Thank you, Khalif Amshar. My name is Sarah Sazli Samsawari. I'm going to talk about mail classes and service. Domestic mail. Domestic mail is distributed by the USPS within the United States and its territories, and then it's divided into the various classes. They have 6 classes. And number 1 is first class mail. Number 2 is priority express mail. Number 3 is priority mail. Number 4 is periodicals. Number 5 is standard mail. And the last one is parcel post. So I'm going to describe the first one, first class mail. First class mail is commonly used for items such as letters, bills, postcards, money orders, business reply mails, and many more. And then the weighing up to 1 ounce. Furthermore, first class notation, print or stamp first class on the envelope is using different size of envelopes. This is example for first class print. Then number 2 is priority express mail. Priority express mail is the fastest service offered by the postal service with delivery in 1 or 2 days to domestic address. And then on Saturday delivery is not extra fee in charge. Besides, delivery Saturday or holiday is available in some place for an extra charge. And then all package must be used an express mail label. This is an example for express mail envelope. And then number 3 is priority mail. Priority mail offers delivery service to most domestic address within 2 or 3 days. The maximum weight for priority mail is 17 pounds. Besides, priority mail, flat rates box and envelopes are convenient way to mail the items. Priority mail envelopes, box and label are available at not charged at post office. And lastly, if other envelopes or box are used, must mark them as priority mail. This is example for priority mail, as you can see at the picture. Okay. And the number 4 is periodicals. Periodical, approved publishers and registered new agents may mail items such as newspapers and magazines at the periodical postage rates. And then needs authorization from the postal service. Furthermore, it must pay a special fee and must mail in the bulk loads, volume mail at least 4 times a year. And number 5 is standard mail. Standard mail is a bulk mailing service available to business for sending first class or advertising mail at a reduced rate per price. Then include letters as well as printed materials such as bulletins, brochure, catalogs, and many more. Furthermore, business often use standard mail to advertise product to consumers. Besides, mailings must contain at least 200 pieces weighs 15 pounds. Okay, and the lastly is parcel post. Parcel post used for small and large package, thick envelope and tubes. And you can see at the picture have a large package and a thick envelope and some tubes. And then the rates are based on the weight on the items and distance it must travel to be delivered. Furthermore, package may weigh 1 to 17 pounds. Okay, this is the guidelines that you should do for preparing package for mailing. Firstly, select a box that is strong enough to protect the package. And then number 2 is leave space for cushioning inside the carton. Cushion package contain rolled newspaper, bubble wrap, or other packing material. Besides, the number 3 is always use tape that is designed for shipping, such as pressure sensitive. Don't use wrapping paper, string, masking tape, and many more. And lastly is number 4, put the delivery and return address on one side only of the package. Okay, this is all I want to talk. Let's move on to the next slide presented by Anis Wahida.
International mail, a company may have branch officials or customers in countries throughout the world. Postage rate for letters and postcard mail to another country are higher than for domestic mail, and the mail will be limited. Custom government tax or duty on important items form are recorded when you send a package, small packet, and parcel that are subject to tax to international destination. Okay, example issue about the temporary suspension was the due to COVID-19 pandemic, which had triggered restoration and closure of borders, suspension of flight service, and closure of airport or seaport globally. Post Malaysia are saying there is a Universal Service Obligation USO licensee for Malaysia which required it to perform all obligation under the USO. That is to deliver basic, accessible, and affordable postage service to everyone in the country, regardless of their location, unlike commission current service provided, who are not required to do so. In the same statements, Post Malaysia had also said the situation different for commission current service provided, who are only current licensee and are not required to perform USO. If the commission current companies are also not part of the same post network as a USO licensee, giving them the flexibility to alter delivery routes, and charges in the event of a global issue such as COVID-19. That's all. The next slide we present by Muhammad.
Okay, thank you Anis. Now I want to present about special postal service. The postal service offers several special service related to mail delivery. First, a certificate of mailing, a receipt that provides proof of the date when an item was mailed. Next, certificate mail, provide a receipt stamp with the date of mailing and access to online delivery information. Next, delivery confirmation, provide access to the date and time an item was delivered via an online tracking system or by telephone. Next, insurance mail or register mail, provide insurance for items that are mailed. Next, return receipt service, provide proof of delivery that show the signature of stamp of the receiver and the delivery address. And last, signature confirmation. Signature confirmation, provide the date, time, and location of the delivery of an item and copy of the signature of the recipient. This example for express tracking. Okay, next I want to present about private courier and delivery service. Companies sometimes use a private courier service rather than the postal service. Next, a private service is often used when a granted delivery time is required. Next, must prepare a form for the package that includes contact information and the recipient. For the point, delivery service, weight of the package, payment method or account number, other data may also request. Okay sir, that's all from me and my group mate for presentation, and thank you sir.
ولو شو ما يصير بيناتنا ايدي بيدك هاي حياتنا.